Hello, my name is Nishan.
Hi, I'm Waleed, and today we'll be discussing what we believe race to be.
Willie, what's race to you?
Race to me is a kind of way to distinctify people, I guess, to kind of give support of cultural background as well as ethnic background. Um, it kind of gives you an idea of where someone comes from, their roots, and their kind of ethnic background, so you can get a little bit into their culture just by perceiving what they look like. I guess the languages that they speak and kind of like the food they eat as well. What's
Okay.
race to you?
Uh, Race to me is something that people use to actually um, to identify people. So people use race to. It could be in a culture. It could be by the color of your skin. Could be by the language that you speak. So culture. I mean, race have a lot of different ways to describe.
Right. Um, so do you think that race makes us different as people?
Oh, definitely.
You think so?
Yes.
Can you
Um,
elaborate?
yeah, from my experience, I am from East Africa, so I wasn't born in the United States. When I first came here, I did not speak English or anything. So um, when I start high school, I actually went with different kind of color people. So, but when I went there, the first thing I did was trying to get close to somebody who was like same skin as me. So
Yeah.
you in my mind I'd be like, oh, those are the people that's gonna understand me more. So by that, it could show that you could tell race by the type by their skin. I was judging people that I didn't know, but race, like I said, race have a lot of different shapes. People
Yeah.
have a different opinions.
Yeah. I think that race kind of doesn't really make you different as people. It kind of just gives you, I guess, kind of like categories of
Mhm.
where you belong to.
Mhm.
It kind of gives people like a supportive look on you to kind of make a guess of where you come
Right.
from, where your background is, and maybe just anything that kind of follows your traits because everybody comes from a different cultural background, whether it's Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern. So I think different like kind of ethnicities differ from it.
Mhm.
Um, it's what we use to like differentiate everybody. So I don't really think it makes you different as people. I just think it kind of helps people differentiate different groups.
Yeah, that what you say is exactly correct. But I feel like the word race is so big, people actually it have a big meaning.
Right.
People actually can use it in a negative way, and you could use it in a
Yeah, for
positive way at
sure,
the
for
same
sure.
time. So if you say like, there's some people be like, oh, he's white, he's black, so
Yeah,
racism, like,
yeah,
oh, racism is going on. But then again, like you say, it could be your culture, where you're from, could describe that. It's like I have a two kind of effect
yeah.
side.
It could definitely have a
Yeah,
positive
positive and
effect and
yeah,
negative
negative.
effect.
It's
People
how
definitely could
people
use it.
review it, like how people see it.
Yeah,
The word racist.
yeah. It could definitely be used to kind of make negative stereotypes about it.
Exactly.
Like, I know, like for example, like there's some stereotypes going like about like how in basketball, I'm a huge NBA fan, and there's like a lot of stereotypes going on that only like African Americans play in the league, and that's kind of like the stereotype that I feel like everybody started believing now just because like it goes around so much. It's not necessarily true, but that is like one stereotype that I've
Hmm.
noticed kind of being used in like a negative way.
Yeah, like
So
we were discussing what we was discussing earlier. Like I said, I don't really know a lot about basketball, but every time I watch, if I see a white guy playing, I get surprised because I'm used to watching a black
yeah,
people actually in the playing basketball. So that kind of thing, what people have actually how their mindset is,
yeah,
yeah. So it actually, like I said earlier, there's a negative and a positive
for sure.
impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about like as far as like how people are portrayed on like TV shows?
Oh, yeah. So I watch a lot of reality TV. So, and most of the time, I personally have a problem with a lot of reality TV, how they make black women look bad on a TV. Because you don't see white people fighting. I mean, they do, but they make a black people look bad on TV.
Yeah, like they create TV shows off the negative
yeah, exactly.
energy
Yeah. TV shows supposed to be something that teach people, could be in a marriage, could be in a lot of different ways. But they're actually using it to create it. It's more about drama. It's more about divorce. It's more about cheating. It's more about women fighting over men. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People kind of...
That's the negative aspect.
Yeah. So I always... In my mind, I always think about, why is it on TV? It's only, all you see is black girls fighting. All you see is black girls or black men fighting. So when I think about it, I always in my mind be like, this is some big issue that we have. Because why can't either shut the whole TV series that they're having? Because it's not teaching anybody anything. Where people are actually paying a lot of money to see drama. It's not good things, but then again, you don't see white people doing that.
Yeah, it's just furthering the stereotype.
The stereotype, that kind of the stereotype. Yeah. So all you see is it's just a black people show. Yeah. Kind of thing.
Right. And for the two myths that we chose to work on for this project is the first myth we chose that are that African Americans are dominantly athletic to every other race. That's kind of like another stereotype that kind of correlates with the basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not necessarily true. There's kind of every race can be athletic. There's Asian people who play professional basketball. There's white people who play professional basketball. It's not a singled out sport. There's every race is in every single professional sports thing. I don't think like the whole athleticism thing is actually a stereotype that should be going around in the way that it does, because there are a lot of different races in different sports. It's never like singled out to one sport. So I don't think that that's a positive stereotype. I don't even think it's a correct stereotype. I think it's balanced out.
I feel like people need to know what's the real meaning of race. I don't think a lot of people know about race.
I don't think they and they know about meaning. They don't
I feel
actually
like people have a different kind of ideas what race is, but not deep down nobody really understand what race is.
Also, the second one that we chose to work on is, I believe, like the one where people think that the white is a superior race. We could speak a lot about that, like in this day and age, because especially of all like the racist comments going around, all like the kind of supremacists coming out of their shells, and we see a lot of it more and more, I feel like, and it's projected more and more in the news every day. It's kind of sad to see, but again, just another stereotype. There's no sort of dominance in being white, besides like skin color. There's not really much of a difference, so I don't see how that is a dominance at all. And I don't think that that's a positive stereotype that goes around as well. So I think those two being what we chose to kind of like debunk those myths. I don't think that any of them are true. I think there's different groups in different sports. You can't be dominant because of a certain complexion of your skin or your ethnic background. So, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think that was all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.